To kickstart this, Lydia has been willing to share something about her project. So Lydia, if you would like to unmute yourself, could you tell us what is the most exciting innovation that the project has that you've done in the past couple of years? Tell us.
Firstly, I will explain a little bit about the project. So the project that we have done is called Life MixForChange. It takes part on the LIFE program. It's a project of 4 years. We are finishing now. And its main aim is to promote the climate change adaptation of subhumid Mediterranean mixed forests. So we have worked in 4 different mountains and with 4 different kind of forests, depending on the species that dominates this forest, which are holm oak, chestnut, oak, and different kind of pines, stone pine and Scots pine. We are a partnership of 4 partners. Between them, there are 2 Forest Owners Association. And our main challenge of this project is to develop new forest management techniques in order to get mixed forest more resilient and resistant to the disturbances related to climate change, also increase the biodiversity at the same time, and also valorize the different products of these mixed forest can offer. So the main thing that we have done all these years is to develop these techniques, and for me this is the innovation, the main innovation that we have done. This technique.
Can you explain us how it was an innovation?
Yeah. Well, these techniques are based on increase the complexity of the forests. We want to maintain this mixture of species. We want to create different structures, and we also want to promote these sporadic species that sometimes appear in the forest, and that they can be interesting in terms of biodiversity, but also in terms of the product that they can offer. That sometimes is a high value product that can be suitable for furniture, for example. So it's a kind of change from the traditional silviculture, where we didn't pay attention of this mixture of species. So we get we act only on the main.
We're only monocultures first. Yeah.
It's not that monoculture, but we cannot pay attention. It's not. Maybe we promote the other species, but without paying attention.
Okay.
To the different. And now we are paying attention, and we want to promote diversity of a species.
And how did you manage? What was key to get people on board for this innovation?
Well, I think that an advantage that we had from the beginning is that the fact that we have 2 different private forest owners association in the partnership, so it was easier to implement that, and also because in our area we already had a kind of this traditional silviculture. It is an even age silviculture. So this kind of new techniques are based on close to nature silviculture, silviculture based on the tree, and this kind of innovations were easier to implement for this. And also the private owners are very willing to learn, very willing to adapt the innovations, and I think that this is the main advantage.
And what would the private forest owners, if we would ask them, what would they say is the best thing about this project, about this innovation?
Well, they are like, because the thing is that now is the first treatment that we do, so we cannot see already the changes.
Okay.
So because we need to implement that, and maybe the next treatment that we will do maybe in 10 years, we will see more of the changes. But they want to see these changes, especially because they are very worried about the climate change situation, and they are really convinced that we need to diversify the forest.
Adrian has a question, I see. Would you like to pose your question, Adrian?
Morning, Lydia. Just a couple of quick questions. With your project, the forestry you're working on, is it a mature forest, or is it like a sapling? You know, is it a newly developed sort of forest? That's the first question. The second question is, within the project, are you measuring the evapotranspiration which comes from the mixed broadleaf trees? You know, all the trees basically. And are you measuring how much carbon, how many tons of carbon could be sequestered in that forest? Thank you.
Thank you, Adrian. Regarding to the first question, they are not very mature forests because there's been a management there are some different kind of forests, and depending on the slope of the mountain. So there's one slope that before were crops, let's say, and now we can find there the younger forest, and also in the other slope we have a more mature forest, but they are a forest that they've been managed for a long time, so they are not really very mature forests. That I don't know if I could answer your question. And regarding to the second question, what we have measured is the humidity of the soil in order to see the difference between managed areas and non-managed areas. But I think that we didn't measure the evapotranspiration. I don't think so. And regarding to the carbon, I think that we've used some kind of algorithms or something like that. But I'm not really sure which ones, because this has been made by the research center, who was the coordinator of the project.
I'm sure that more detail could be shared through email afterwards,